The story of Interstellar Comet 3I Atlas is, in many ways, a quiet and poetic reminder of how fleeting some of the most extraordinary cosmic visitors can be. For months, it dominated astronomy headlines, sparked intense curiosity, and fueled countless discussions among professionals and amateurs alike. Now, however, it has slipped into relative obscurity, not because it has disappeared from space, but because it has retreated into the darkness, becoming too faint and distant for most observers to follow. Once a dazzling topic of conversation in stargazing communities and science forums, it has gradually faded from public attention, leaving behind only data, memories, and a deeper understanding of interstellar wonders. After its discovery, Comet 3I Atlas quickly became a favorite target for amateur astronomers. As it moved through the constellation of Leo at the beginning of the year and later entered Cancer, it remained accessible to those with decent equipment and clear skies. Positioned near well-known celestial landmarks such as the Beehive Cluster, it offered a sense of familiarity amid its extraordinary origin. Observers could track it rising in the late night and early morning hours, watching as it climbed to reasonable altitudes before dawn. For many, this daily ritual of locating and imaging the comet became a personal connection to an object that had traveled unimaginable distances before briefly passing through our neighborhood. However, as weeks passed, the comet steadily grew dimmer. Its brightness dropped to around 14th magnitude, a level far beyond the reach of ordinary backyard telescopes. Only large, professional-grade instruments were capable of detecting and photographing it with clarity. For most enthusiasts, this marked the beginning of the end. The comet was still there, silently gliding through space, but it had effectively vanished from their reach. By early February 2026, when it crossed from Cancer into Gemini, it had receded even further, becoming accessible only to the world's most powerful observatories. At that point, for amateur astronomers, its visit was essentially over. This gradual fading was not unexpected. Comets, especially those passing through unfamiliar regions of space, often brighten briefly before retreating into obscurity. Yet, knowing this intellectually did not make the farewell any easier for those who had followed 3I Atlas from its discovery. The realization that this might be the last chance for generations to observe such an object up close added emotional weight to its departure. After all, this was not just another comet from our own solar system. It was an interstellar traveler, born around another star long before humanity ever looked up at the sky. Discovered on July 1, 2025, by the Atlas Survey Telescope in Rio Hato, Chile, Comet 3I Atlas was immediately recognized as something special. The Atlas system, designed primarily to detect potentially hazardous asteroids, had once again proven its value by identifying an object with a highly unusual trajectory. Its path through space indicated that it did not originate from within our solar system. Instead, it had entered from interstellar space, making it only the third confirmed interstellar object ever observed passing through our region, following Oumuamua and 2I Borisov. From the moment this realization became public, excitement surged through the scientific community. Researchers rushed to collect as much data as possible before the comet faded. Spectroscopic studies, imaging campaigns, and orbital analyses were conducted across the globe. Every piece of information mattered, because objects like this carry clues about the conditions and processes that occur around other stars. In a sense, 3I Atlas was a messenger from another planetary system, carrying frozen records of environments we may never directly visit. At the same time, public interest grew rapidly. News outlets covered the discovery, social media platforms buzzed with speculation, and countless videos and posts appeared analyzing every available image. Unfortunately, alongside genuine curiosity, came a wave of misinformation. Certain individuals on platforms such as X and YouTube began promoting the idea that the object might not be natural at all. Instead, they suggested it could be an alien spacecraft, perhaps even a scouting vessel from an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. These claims, though unsupported by evidence, spread quickly. Sensational headlines and dramatic thumbnails attracted millions of views. Stories began circulating about supposed flashing lights, mysterious radio signals, unknown metallic compositions, engine exhaust plumes, and sudden changes in trajectory. Some even claimed that NASA was hiding the truth, and that secret detections had already confirmed artificial origins. In reality, None of these assertions were backed by credible data. They were, as many scientists bluntly stated, pure fiction. From the earliest observations, it was clear that 3I Atlas behaved like a normal comet. Its spectrum showed the presence of common cometary materials, such as water vapor, carbon compounds, and dust. Its activity increased as it approached the Sun, producing a faint coma and tail consistent with sublimating ice. Its trajectory, while unusual in origin, followed the predictable laws of gravity. There were no sudden course changes, no artificial signals, and no evidence of propulsion. Everything pointed to a simple, natural explanation. It was a chunk of ancient, dirty ice and dust, shaped by billions of years of cosmic travel. Professional astronomers and SETI researchers were quick to address the rumors. Detailed reports explained why the alien spacecraft hypothesis made no scientific sense. Studies showed that the observed variations in brightness and structure could be fully explained by natural outgassing and rotation. Radio surveys detected no artificial transmissions. Chemical analyses revealed nothing unexpected. In short, the comet was exactly what it appeared to be, a relic from another star system, not a visitor from an intelligent civilization. Despite these clear explanations, misinformation continued to circulate for months. This highlighted a broader challenge in modern science communication. In an era where dramatic claims spread faster than careful analysis, extraordinary objects like 3I Atlas become easy targets for sensationalism. While some people were genuinely curious, others were drawn to the thrill of conspiracy and mystery. For scientists and educators, the comet became not only a research opportunity, but also a case study in the importance of critical thinking and evidence-based reasoning. As time passed and the comet faded, public attention gradually shifted elsewhere. New discoveries, new controversies, and new headlines took its place. Yet within the scientific community, the legacy of 3I Atlas remains significant. The data collected during its passage will be analyzed for years to come. Researchers will compare it with other interstellar objects, searching for patterns and differences that might reveal how planetary systems form and evolve. Each such visitor adds another piece to a vast cosmic puzzle. There is also a deeper, more philosophical dimension to this story. Comet 3I Atlas reminds us of how interconnected the universe truly is. Long before Earth formed, material from distant stars was already traveling through interstellar space. Some of it eventually finds its way into our solar system, offering us a fleeting glimpse of environments beyond our reach. In observing this comet, humanity briefly touched something truly foreign, something shaped by processes occurring light years away. For amateur astronomers, the experience was especially meaningful. Many spent cold nights tracking the comet, adjusting their equipment, and sharing images online. For some, it was their first encounter with an interstellar object. For others, it was a reminder of why they fell in love with astronomy in the first place, the sense of wonder that comes from witnessing something vast, rare, and beautiful. Even as the comet slipped beyond their reach, those memories remained. Now, as 3I Atlas continues its silent journey back into the depths of space, it leaves behind no dramatic finale, no explosive event, and no grand spectacle. Its departure is quiet, almost gentle. It simply grows fainter, blends into the background, and disappears from view. Yet this quiet ending feels appropriate. The comet came to us unannounced, revealed its secrets to those who listened carefully, and then moved on, as countless objects have done before and will do again. In saying goodbye to Comet 3I Atlas, we are reminded that astronomy is often about patience, humility, and perspective. We do not control when these visitors arrive or how long they stay. We can only observe, learn, and appreciate them while we can. This particular comet, born around another star far, far away, gave us a rare opportunity to study a piece of another world. For a brief moment in human history, it became part of our story. And so, as it fades into the cosmic darkness, it deserves a quiet farewell. Not as an alien ship or harbinger of invasion, but as what it truly was, a humble, ancient traveler, carrying frozen memories of a distant system, reminding us of the vastness of space and our small but curious place within it. Its visit may be over for most of us, but its impact on science, imagination, and wonder will last far longer than its brief appearance in our skies.